Welcome back to my series of simple programming in Python, solving Project Euler problems. We have now reached problem 8, which is not as much math as the previous one. This one asks us to find the sequence of 13 digits that will produce the highest product when multiplying them together. The most obvious solution is to look at each digit, multiply it with the following 12 digits, and then see how big it is. So that is what I'm going to do. I suspect that for many, the biggest problem will be how to get the long string of digits from the problem into the program. I will just put them in a string. As you can see, it is much larger than the width of my editor, so I'm going to split it up in multiple lines. You can do this with backslash followed by a line break in many languages, including Python. The language parser will ignore the line break if it is preceded by a backslash. I have used this method once or twice before, but not commented on it. With all the digits in the program, it's just a question of looping, going from the start until we can no longer fit a 13-digit number any longer. Though I will start with the example to verify that there is nothing obviously wrong. We need to remember our current position in the string, we need to remember what the largest product we have seen was, and we need to remember where it was. I mean, the problem does not care where they were, but I plan to print them so I can see what the program did. So, an outer loop where I loop through every start position, and then an inner loop where I multiply all the digits in the sequence. I can get them by picking them from the string and converting them to numbers one by one. Finally, comparing to our previously largest product and remembering this one if it is the new largest one. And remembering the position as well. Finally, let's print the string we found and how long it took. This is where Python's slice operator comes in handy. With a colon inside the brackets, you can select which part of the string you wanted to use. Maybe I should make a macro for the timing snippet. I'll write the same 3 lines in every program, and this time I will not forget to import time or set the start time. Python problem 8.py. Something has gone wrong. Apparently the loop is not ending, and that is because I forgot to increase the loop variable by 1. The reason I didn't just do a normal for loop will become evident in a minute, but first I'll fix this. So the problem returns the same result as in the example, which is encouraging. To the real problem, a string of length 13. This is one of those problems where it is a good thing that Python is so good with large numbers, since the result can be larger than what can fit in some number types in some languages. And it found 13 numbers that combined apparently became large, and it took 5 milliseconds to do it. Time to optimize. I did notice that the string was full of zeros, and anything multiplied by 0 is just 0, so we can more or less skip them. Let us see if such an optimization makes it faster than 5 milliseconds. So if we see it's 0, let's jump to after that 0. Unfortunately, it requires jumping in an outer loop, which is always a bit messy, in Python and in many other languages. So break the inner loop and use the I variable set to -1 as a signal to skip the rest of the outer loop. I do wish Python had named loops like for instance Java has, but this works. So this was twice as fast, 2 milliseconds. And with that we're done. Except that they asked us what the largest product was and I never printed that, so let's add that output as well. Looks like the largest product is 24 trillions or something. Way larger than you can fit in a 32-bit number for sure. I hope you enjoyed this quick attack on the 8th Project Euler problem, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.